after Bitcoin can actually break the $44,700. I'm expecting Bitcoin to push one more time to reach to about $52,000 in the next few days or weeks. Hello everyone, my name is Mike. I'm here with another daily update about Bitcoin. Today I'm going to start with Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Before we do that one, let me just check the gold price and the stock market as well. As we talk about the gold price in the previous video, or two previous few videos actually, I cannot remember exactly. I told you this trend line got broken. The green trend line I have got in here, I told you, worked really perfect and important as a resistance for gold, and it got broken. I told you, I did warn about that one to you. I told you if gold wants to stay on the bull run actually, or the bull market, it needs to break the previous high we have got about this area, which is about the 1876 or about the 1900. As you can see at the moment, the gold price actually reached to about this area. But if we're going to see another pullback and retest this trend line we have got in here, and after that continue to the upside, this is really going to be bullish for all the markets. And what do we have in here on the stock market? The stock market is still crashing to the downside, which Bitcoin actually has got correlation a little bit with Nasdaq. Nasdaq at the moment is holding the support for us. Actually, the previous support was about this area, and Nasdaq is holding it at the moment. Once actually tried to break this one to the downside, and another time is trying to break to the downside, but still holding it. And the S&P 500, as we can see, is crashing to the downside. But that's about the stock market and the gold as well. What do we have in here for the dollar index? On the weekly time frame is much better for the dollar index. As you can see, we have got bearish divergence, as you can see on the chart. Dollar index is trying to go up, but we had a higher high in here on the dollar index, and we had a lower high on RSI on the weekly time frame. But in the longer time frame, actually in the long period of time, we have got the bearish divergence as well. As you can see, the dollar index made a lower high on the weekly time frame, but RSI made a higher high on the weekly time frame, which is really bearish for dollar index. I'm going back to my chart for Bitcoin I have got in here. Let me just show you what do I see on Bitcoin chart. According to this chart I have got in here on the daily time frame, I think we are in the fifth move for Bitcoin. According to the Elliott waves, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the wave 5 is going to be around the 48 to about the $52,000 for Bitcoin, as I can see, which is really important for me at the moment on the weekly time frame on Bitcoin. Too many people talking about this shooting star candle we have got in here on the weekly time frame, but I think this one, I'm not saying Bitcoin exactly and still that much power, that powerful to break the $52,000 area at the moment. No one can say that, or maybe we are going to reach to about this area. I'm expecting to reach into about $52,000 in the next few weeks for Bitcoin. But nobody can say after reaching to this area we are going to see another crash to the downside, or no, after reaching to this area we are going to consolidate and continue to go to the upper prices. But what do I see in here on the chart on the weekly time frame? I think this shooting star red candle on the weekly time frame we have got in here is so similar to this one we have got in here. If I show it to you perfectly, just let me zoom in for you. We have got one shooting star in here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin as well. I think these two are so similar together. I think these two, because Bitcoin just started a new uptrend on the weekly time frame. I'm not expecting after reaching to this area after we bottom out, after at least for short term or mid term. I'm not expecting Bitcoin to reach this area and crash to the downside again. I'm expecting at least bulls to push the price up to about $50,000, and after that Bitcoin make a decision to continue to the upside or no, is going to crash to the downside one more time. I think this candle we have got in here on the weekly time frame is so similar to that one we have got after starting a new uptrend in March 2022. We had a shooting star candle in red color actually on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, but we did continue to the upside. And this one and this shooting star we have got at the end of the uptrend, actually after that we saw a crash to the downside, is so similar to this one. We cannot say actually, because we are seeing a shooting star on the weekly candle, actually the price is going to reverse and it's going to change the direction and it's going back to the downside. I'm expecting at least bulls push the price to about $52,000 for Bitcoin. I'm going to change my chart on the other charts I have got in here. According to this one, on the daily time frame, what do we see in here? It looks like we have got an inverted head and shoulder according to this actually movement with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can break, which is so likely for me, if Bitcoin can break this area, which is about $44,700, it's going to be about the neckline for Bitcoin, or for this inverted head and shoulder. After Bitcoin can actually break the $44,700, I'm expecting Bitcoin to push one more time to reach to about $52,000 in the next few days or weeks. According to this chart I have got in here, I told you for several times, this trend line is really important for me. I told you it was working as a support and resistance in the previous movement for Bitcoin. And now what do we have in here? It works really strong and beautiful as a support one more time after Bitcoin made a crash. After actually we had a rally to the upside and we saw another correction from Bitcoin to the downside. For few days, this trend line worked really nice as a support one more time. I was expecting this trend line to hold the price of Bitcoin. I told you this trend line is actually at the same level with the 20 EMA, which you can see that one with the blue color in here. I told you this trend line we have got in here at the same level of the 20 EMA on the daily time frame as well. And now Bitcoin actually bouncing off this trend line at the EMA on the daily time frame, and it's trying to push to the upside one more time. I'm expecting Bitcoin to reach to about at least $50,000 or $48,000 or $52,000. This is the really important resistance area. This is a really important resistance area for the bulls. If the bull market going to continue, we have to break this level really powerful and strongly, and after that bulls can continue to the upside. If we cannot actually break this level and we are going to see another crash to the downside, I'm expecting another $30,000 back test for Bitcoin in the next few weeks or months, according to this chart I have got in here. If we cannot break actually above the $52,000, maybe we are going to see another crash to $30,000, and after that we are going to see another uptrend or another bull run for Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies. That was all from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you have found the video helpful, please take a second of your time and press the like button and subscribe to our channel if you are new to our channel as well. Thank you so much guys, and see you in the next one.